Do you guys need me to speak loudly into this? You don't want to hear me, do you?
Oh, into mine here?
Okay, good.
We're all going to be tweeting anyways.
Okay, super. Oh, you're tweeting now. That's right. That's right. You know what? I might just have a quick tweet here. Ready? All right. Good afternoon, everyone. And it's a historic day here in Manchester as we introduce a new coach, and we'll do that here momentarily. But you know, it's a big shift as we continue our development model and our relationship with the LA Kings. It was important. I think 3 years ago, this started when Ron Hextall came to town and started talking about new jerseys that or new uniforms that would match up a little bit better with the LA Kings, and let everyone know that these are our players here developing for the Kings. And it was important to him, and it's very important to Luc Robitaille, and very important now to Rob Blake and Hubie McDonough and on down. And so before we introduce our new coach, we want to show off our new jerseys that we're going to have next year. And I do want to mention that Mike Holden, our equipment manager, is in the back. He's very shy, but he'll give a wave. He had a lot to do with designing these. And so we wanted to have a little bit of fun with it, and we wanted to let the jersey be worn by somebody very important to the organization, and there's probably no partners to us that are more important than our youth hockey partners. And so what we want to do is bring up a young squirt that plays for the Myra Flames, and I want to bring him up now. Matthew Desmond is going to be the first person to wear the new Manchester Monarchs sweater. And you can tell everybody you play for the Squirt Flames, and you're 10 years old. And what position are you?
Right wing.
Right wing. And do you come to many Monarchs games?
Yeah.
Do you? Are you going to wear your new sweater at the new Monarchs games, even though it's a little big for you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, it looks an awful lot like the LA Kings jerseys. It has the Manchester Monarchs logo. The purple has come out of it. We have the new crest, the new LA Kings crest on the side. And we're going to let Matthew put this on, just like he was drafted by the Monarchs in the first round overall. It's got a tie down just in case you have any brothers?
No.
Sisters? Okay, just in case your sister gets a little rough with you, you got a tie down, okay?
Okay.
So let's put it on you. Put your arms through. Put this arm through. Guys, there we are. There's the new look for the road jersey. And here is, well, we're going to let Hubie do that, or I'll do that later. That's for the coach. So you can have a seat, Matthew. Thanks very much. I can take any questions about the jerseys. Mike's in the back as well if anyone has any questions about that. But without further ado, I want to bring out our Director of Hockey Operations. Hubie's very tan right now. He's been relaxing in Hilton Head. He had a lot to do with this process as far as interviewing the coach and finding the coach. It was a lengthy process, and so we're excited that Mike and his wife Judy are going to be here, but we want to bring up Hubie to describe a little bit of the workings of finding a coach and what can we expect for the new coach, and to introduce Mike. So Hubie McDonough.
As Darren said, it was a lengthy process, and there were certainly many candidates who wanted to jump in here and be the fourth coach of the Monarchs. Dean and Rob and Ron before him, it's a very important part of the process of getting guys to be NHL players. And we didn't want to shirk our duties, so we had many applications to go through. We narrowed it down to 4. Further narrowed it down to 2 during the NHL, during the Stanley Cup Finals. And obviously we have Mike here today, who was the leading candidate and ended up being our choice. And part of why we have Mike here is we wanted some NHL experience, not only playing, but coaching. He has that, and he has great ties to the organization through Mike Fuda, who is technically an assistant general manager too with Rob. Mike worked with him for at least 6 or 7 years in Guelph, and also with John Stevens, the assistant coach. I think you play with Mike, or have you played with John, or play for him?
Played with him.
Played with him, yeah.
Yeah, we played together, and then I coached him, and then we coached together.
Right. So, and anybody who's been in the Flyer organization know that it's a tight-knit group. So we did our homework. We talked to people, got great recommendations, and I did it on my own. Rob did his, Mike did his, got it all together. Mike Stothers. There's a lot of Mikes involved. Mike Stothers is at the top of the list, and we're glad to have him on board here to start the 2014-15 campaign. So without further ado, let me give you the fourth coach of the Monarchs, Mike Stothers. Oh, you want to give him his jersey? You want to give him his jersey too?
We don't want you to put this on though, Coach, but we do have a little token of our esteem. All right. Nice, very nice. Congratulations. Thanks, Judy.
All right.
Well, first of all, thanks for a great turnout. A lot more people than I was anticipating, or I'm comfortable speaking in front of. So, unless you're athletes, and then I don't mind talking to you at all. But thrilled to be part of this organization. Thrilled to be back in the American Hockey League, which does not get enough credit for what it does for the game of hockey and how talented these players are. And we're all trying to get to the NHL, and that's our goal. Thrilled to be part of the Monarchs. There's certain places that you hear about in the American Hockey League that have a reputation of first-rate, first-class organizations, and Manchester has certainly always come up to the forefront in anybody I've ever talked to, anybody I've ever dealt with. And from that regard, I think it's a great relationship that they have with LA. And my wife and I, my wife Judy's in the back, we are extremely pleased and happy to be here and part of the community. We look forward to, today we're looking at accommodations prior to this, and again after this we're going to look at a few more places. We're anxious to get settled and get down here and get to work and get busy. And it's been a whirlwind for myself in the fact, as Hubie mentioned, it started during the playoffs, then into the Stanley Cup Finals, with a trip to New York and some ongoing meetings there, and out to LA for development camp, back to Moose Jaw where I was the last couple of seasons to close up some things, and here we are today. So it's been an exciting ride for us, and I can't wait to be part of this community. So without any further ado, if anybody has any questions they'd like to ask, I'm better at questions than I am with just talking. So I'll answer anything you have. Are you going back to Moose Jaw anytime soon? No, I think I've got everything done from Moose Jaw. I was in and done a couple of days there, got everything wrapped up. Movers have already got the furniture. Today's Wednesday? Yep. So it's on a truck today, heading back to our off-season area, which is in Owen Sound, 2 hours north of Toronto. And then as soon as we find that spot here, it'll be making its way down here. We'll probably let people do individual questions in this.
The Kings have kind of always been a team that have, over the last few years, raised youth in the AHL. They kind of are going for the championship. Can you talk about having to balance wins with developing guys for the NHL level at the same time?
Well, I think it goes hand in hand. I think players develop in a winning environment. Certainly you want to be competitive, and I think it can be done in the right balance. Every organization's dream and aspiration should be to win a championship. LA's done it twice in the last 3 years. Their players have developed and filtered on up and contributed, and that's what you always want to have. But certainly a Calder Cup here in Manchester would be very nice and something that we're striving for. And I'm not going to stand here today and guarantee it in July, but it's certainly a goal of ours. And I know that I'll be working closely with Hubie here and the players and the personnel, and obviously with the help of LA. And hopefully we'll be as successful as we possibly can be.
All right.
Easy crowd.
Yeah.
All right. I love it.
Some individual stuff, Coach, and then
Okay.
we'll be on and going. Good luck
All right.
to you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, Darren.
Yeah.